It's 5 o'clock in Pirate Country, and it's time to get pumped up with the P-Man. Hit the door and hit the road. 94.3 The Game is going to get you home, and the P-Man's not holding back.
Yes! Yes! Pirates win! Pirates win!
Bring on the Patrick Johnson Show on 94.3 The Game.
Holy mackerel! Oh, my goodness!
The flagship station of the ECU Pirates.
Hello. Welcome in. Nice to have you with us. It is a Labor Day edition of the Patrick Johnson Show. Do not adjust your dial. Do not hit refresh on your computer screen. This is the real deal. For the first time in probably 2 or 3 years, we're laboring on a Labor Day. Getting ready for Inside Pirate Athletics tonight with Mike Houston from Tiebreakers. So we're getting that done here today. The PJ Show leading you into that. I'm Patrick Johnson, coming off week 1 of the college football season. We say hello to Jay Sonnhalter joining us here. Sleeves. He's got sleeves on. I can't believe it.
A sweatshirt.
You must be cold. It's 95 degrees outside, and you must be chilly. Yeah, you are. Philip the Ref Pilkington is our guy on the scene as far as production goes today. Pilk, hello to you, and you were in Darlington last night, right?
Yeah, I was. I'm not going to lie. I'm a little tired. Had to be back by 10 a.m. to Greenville. Not a lot of sleep. Slept in a camper. May have had a few adult beverages, but had a good time. So here I am.
Okay. I think Sonny's the only one out of the two of us, Pilk, that's clean living today. I think that was. I think Sonny was clean living Sunday, and you and I maybe not so much, Pilk. I was not at the race though. I was at a party. All
there
right.
You go. Hey, Patrick still had a good weekend. It sounds like.
I have lots of water.
Too good. Yeah, I'm needing lots of water today. That's my. I think that's my shortcoming, Sonny. I didn't water up as well as I should have. All right. It is the Patrick Johnson Show, as we mentioned. Thank you for being with us. Let's see. Well, the Pirates lose to Michigan, 30-3. Number 2 team in the land. Boy, they looked it. Sonny, I guess just a couple of my observations, and we'll get you to chime in. I'm anxious to hear what Coach has to say in less than an hour on this subject. But I think there were some things I really was impressed with ECU. I liked the defense. I thought the defense did really well at times, especially. Another goal line stand. It was late in the game, but still a goal line stand. I liked the way that the defensive line competed. I don't think they were overwhelmed by that massive Michigan offensive front. Obviously, Michigan was successful. There were some, standouts here and there. Offensively, I think the running game, obviously needed to be a little better, but it was pretty good, all things considered. And again, there were some individual performances I think were pretty decent. There's the quarterback concern. Alex Flynn looked steady, certainly not spectacular. Mason Garcia looked a lot different in the second half, and I'd be anxious to know were things perhaps taken down a few notches as far as the game plan and what you were having him do with the football. Michigan's great. Michigan is as good as advertised, if not better, and I think what stood out to me, obviously they're physical, they're big, the depth and the quality of depth and how quick their guys were to the football. That really is what kind of impressed me the most about the Wolverines. And I'll say this, too. It did not cost East Carolina the game, but the officiating left a lot to be desired. So that's kind of my analysis of it, Sonny. What say you on the Pirates and the Wolverines?
Yeah, I agree with you on everything you said. First off, Michigan is a national championship contender, and they've got over 12 NFL players on that team. Projected right now 15 to 20 that could get drafted. So that's a blueprint on what a national championship team looks like and what NFL players look like. So for East Carolina and the players on our team, that's what you aspire to be at the next level, and that's the type of measuring stick that you want to face. And obviously Saturday didn't go the way ECU wanted it to. but I want to be tested. And they went up there in a tough environment. There's not going to be any tougher team or any environment tougher than Saturday. And there were bright spots. And the biggest thing moving forward is maintaining your confidence after you go up to Ann Arbor and it doesn't go well. Maintaining your confidence this week against Marshall and moving forward, and making sure that you take those bright spots, translate it into next week's game, and then the spots where there needs to be improvement, making sure that you get that fixed, because Marshall's going to be really good on Saturday. That's a tough game, and then Appalachian State after that. So it doesn't get much easier. It will, be a drop as far as from Michigan to Marshall, but this is still a really good team. That's going to be a tough test. I think the defense did have a lot of bright spots, especially in certain moments. I thought there was a competitive nature to them that really impressed me. And then on offense, there are different things that stood out, but I think this is going to be more of a litmus test this week against Marshall.
Mike Houston said afterwards we're a two-quarterback team. I don't think anybody ever wants to hear a coach say we're a two-quarterback team, because with the exception of Chris Leak and Tim Tebow that one year, it really doesn't work.
I think what the message is we're going to give these guys an opportunity to earn the job, and we're going to play two until somebody earns it. I don't know the true inside as far as, I haven't watched the coach's film. I don't know that, but I mean, when I hear that, it means we've got two guys that can play, but it's on them. I mean, the ideal situation is somebody to grab it, take it, and win ball games and really take a hold of the starting position. So I think they're going to let it play out, or that's my interpretation of it.
Right. Well, we'll see. I think this is, as you say, a big proving ground game. Marshall, you called their bowl game last year, and the Thundering Herd got a lot of guys back from that team. They struggled with Albany up in Huntington on Saturday. With that said, they ended up winning, and a lot like App State's probably circling the game in 2 weeks, I think Marshall is circling this game because it's a game they get up for. They probably feel like that their program is of a level it's as good as any in the American, at least at the middle levels of the American. So I think that's why we're going to see, Sonny, probably a situation where if you're East Carolina, do not let what happened to Marshall take you lightly. It's probably the worst thing that could have happened for the Pirates in a lot of ways, and that is Marshall being in a mode where they're not, the coach is going to have the players' attention right now is what I'm trying to say.
For sure. Yeah, I mean, anytime, going back to when I played, anytime we lost a ball game, usually it grabs your attention, and practice is a little bit tougher. Now, Marshall didn't lose, but it was close against a team that they should have blown out. So that is going to be something the Pirates, they're going to have to regroup themselves, but they're going to be going against a really good Marshall team that's motivated because they didn't play great in week one. And when you look at Marshall, this is a team, when I saw them last year, and I know same thing this year, Charles Huff, the head coach, is still there. They're built on running the football and stopping the run. They're outstanding on the defensive end, and they are physical. Their front four last year was amazing, and their running game is the strength on offense. That's what they want to do, is win the line of scrimmage. Their passing game was probably their weakness, but this is a team that wants to run the ball, stop the run, and get after the quarterback. So I expect a physical ball game against the Marshall team that's going to be motivated, and it's always a close game when Marshall plays ECU.
Yeah, it is. And, if you look at their game from the other day, they wind up passing in the win against Albany for over 260 yards. And they use the tight end a lot. So, I do think there is there's some improvement on that aspect of things. But you're right. It's going to start and end with the run. And I think whichever team can establish the run on Saturday has the greater likelihood of coming out victorious. It's going to be tight. I don't think there's any two ways about it. I'd be shocked if one side blew out the other. But I think there's got to be an Intuit crowd, and I hope there is an Intuit crowd. The game kicks at 4, so it's not an awful start time by any stretch. You get plenty of tailgating in. There's a little bit of a chance maybe of some rain. We'll see how that goes later in the week. But I think that this is one of those games. This is a circle the wagons moment for the Pirates.
Yeah, I mean, it really, when you look at the schedule, probably 3 of the toughest or tougher games are in week 1 through 3. I mean, with Marshall coming up, it's always a tough game. And then Appalachian State on the road, that's another incredibly tough game. So I think, Mike Houston said it Saturday, we're going to have to be ready to play next week with Marshall coming in town. And Rasheen Ali is their star running back, had 137 yards against Almady Saturday. That's got to be the number one goal on for ECU's defense, is to stop him. Cam Fancher, sophomore now, much improved, threw for over 260 yards, but you've got to stop the run. So that's going to be the challenge. And, on offense, I think the biggest thing is running the football to help out whichever quarterback's in the game.
So here's the rundown for us. Again, this is a fresh Patrick Johnson show for you today on Labor Day. Haven't done one of these on Labor Day in a while. Good to have Sonny with us. We're going to have comments from Coach Houston coming up at 6 o'clock on Inside Pirate Athletics with Mike Houston from Tiebreaker. Stephen Igo will be there along with myself, and we'll be asking the coach for the breakdown from his perspective of the defeat at Michigan. And also we'll be talking about the Thundering Herd, and we'll get into some of those individual performances in some detail with Mike Houston coming up next hour. Now, the other thing to tell you, we've got Hoist the Colors every day this week at noon. I'll be on every day at 5. We're going to have a conversation with Coach Houston tomorrow with our Houston Huddle. That is coming up, so we'll have that for you. It's brought to you by Healthwise Pharmacy. And then Wednesday, going to have Doug Martin with us. We're going to have Zoke on Thursday. Of course, the Panthers start up this weekend, and Zoke did a fabulous job along with Andrew Bays and Maceo and David Horn this weekend on radio. Pilk did a great job as well anchoring the scoreboard. And then we're going to have try to get Rini Angolia this week and, that sort of thing. So we'll see. Rini's calling the game for ESPNU. Jay Sonnhalter's got a game this weekend, and we're going to tell you about that and where Sonny was in just a little bit. Sonny was on the ESPN trail. All right, we're taking a break. We're coming back, and we're going to have more of the Patrick Johnson Show, the Labor Day edition, the Week 1 roundup right after this.
R&D Brewing is proud to partner with the ECU Pirates, and now you can enjoy Pirates Brew, the official craft beer of ECU Athletics. Pirates Brew is a carefully curated light beer that embodies the spirit of ECU, a refreshing and easy drinking light beer. Pirates Brew by R&D Brewing is available now at grocery stores, local retailers, and at ECU athletic events.
Head over to your favorite store and enjoy a nice Pirates Brew today, or else you'll walk the plank. Hand me another Pirates Brew.
Fifth Street Hardware is the home of the $9 lunch special Tuesday through Fridays. $9 specials every day, including the famous Burger Day on Tuesdays, Flatbread Pizza Wednesday, the famous Fifth Street Hardware Reuben on Thursday, and fried fish or shrimp on Friday. Plus trivia on Wednesday nights and live music every Thursday nights. And the Prime Rib Brunch Buffet has returned on Sundays. You heard that right. The Brunch Buffet with all the great items, including prime rib. Fifth Street Hardware in downtown Greenville.
Storm season is approaching. North Carolina weather can damage your roof, and before long, a small leak can turn into a big problem. Your home is one of your biggest investments, so protect it with Wells Home Improvements.
We work with all insurance companies for a hassle-free roof installation experience. Call us today and get 10% off your roof installation when you mention this commercial.
252-227-8403 or visit us online at wellshomeimprovements.com. Wells Home Improvements. Local, honest, dependable.
Living easy is the sound of children laughing as you make memories with neighbors and friends. It's the sound of nothing at all. It's the smell of the salt air. Hear the waters against the marsh grass. See the beauty of our coast. Bow Coast, located in Beaufort, North Carolina. Southern Living's best small town.
Just because voice-over IP telephones are the latest technology in the telephone world doesn't mean they're the right choice for you and your business. Whether your internet provider is unable to support a voice-over IP phone system, or you don't have a need for high-tech features and simply want to stick with a traditional system, Spain Telecom is here to help. Spain Telecom offers a variety of services to keep your business connected and competitive. We're confident we can find the right phone system for you and your business, a system that addresses all your communication needs. Looking for a new phone system that won't break the bank? In addition to new systems, Spain Telecom also offers gently used systems that are in great shape and can save you money. No matter your needs, Spain Telecom has a solution for you. Whether it's voice over IP, on-premise systems, new or used, give us a call at 252-353-2006 and let Spain Telecom help you with your communications needs.
Heading up to San Francisco for the Labor Day weekend show. I got my hush puppies on. I guess I never
Great
was
Jimmy
meant
Buffett
for glitter
left us
rock and roll.
on Friday. Sonny, I was on our way to our game, and on one of the channels I got on the radio is the Buffett channel, and I just happened to flip by there. Was driving into the teeth of the capital city, so I had to have something to relax me. And on a holiday weekend, a little JB is always good. And so I heard a couple good Buffett tunes. I heard a couple, and then I had it on the channel when I left, and I heard a couple of good Buffett tunes coming back. So a little that I know, I'd wake up to the news Saturday that the great Jimmy Buffett had passed. So there you go. You don't strike me as a parrot head, Sonny.
I actually went to one of his concerts.
You
He
did?
was great in concert, yeah.
Oh, it's a great show. I probably went to a half dozen of them in my lifetime. I actually had tickets to the last one in Raleigh, but then the pandemic hit and we sold our tickets because it ended up being on it because it got postponed a couple times, and it ended up being on a night that wasn't real convenient. My brother, big parrot head, and he had tickets to the show that ended up getting canceled in Charleston that was going to be Buffett's last show. Or was the one that he canceled, I should say. I shouldn't say his last show, the one that he canceled. So, but yeah, the great Jimmy Buffett. So a lot of Jimmy Buffett music here for me this weekend. The old stuff's the good stuff. That's the good stuff. The great Jay Sonnhalter is here. I'm very impressed you have sleeves on today. In case you missed it, I should have got Pilk to get a picture for the video audience, but it was definitely suns out, guns out for Sonnhalter this Saturday. You called the, I don't even know who they were playing, South Carolina State Charlotte game for ESPN Plus. We're talking big ESPN here, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Sonny Sonnhalter was on 3 broadcasts of college football in 3 straight nights on Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So you were doing your best Biff Poggi. You had no sleeves on your T-shirt. What was that about?
So I cut off the sleeves. We had planned a segment coming into the third quarter where I was going to get a Charlotte 49ers shirt that he wears, because he wears a cutoff shirt in the game, just a T-shirt, and it cuts the sleeves and it cuts like a little V-neck. And the biggest reason is just to stay cool. Yeah, just to be. It's a hot out, and he just wants to be relaxed fit. So we did a segment, and that's his style. So we did a segment coming into the third quarter where I was going to wear a shirt and look identical to him. So during the halftime break, we had our shirt, and I cut off the sleeves. It's kind of like an arts and crafts class up in the booth. So I cut it, did the best I could, and then came out and leading into the third quarter, did a segment on camera where I was wearing the shirt and wearing a Biff Poggi style shirt. And then in the fourth quarter, we did a segment. He does a cookie review. He does it with his players or recruits where he tries cookies and gives them a rating. So we did a cookie review on the air too. So had a lot of fun Saturday, but I was impressed with what I saw from him and his team in their first game.
That's it.
It is Biff. So wait a minute. He does a cookie review. Is this? I've seen these, like people doing it for the Insta, like women doing it for the Insta. Where does he do it? On the TikToks or where does he do it? On the .com?
On Twitter. He does it on Twitter. Yeah, and he gives a rating.
Does he type acronyms like you do that I don't understand? That's what I really would like to know. Okay. Just making sure. Sonny will send me text messages with these, I guess, abbreviations, or I have no idea what he's talking about. 95%
Everybody else would
of
know
the
what
time.
they are except for you.
Right, but I'm old and I don't know what you're talking about. All right, so the great Sonny Sonnhalter is with us here as we talk about the Pirates and the Mountaineer or the Thundering Herd coming up. Talk about the Wolverines and the Pirates. We also are going to talk some other things around college football. We mentioned you were at Charlotte. Obviously, they're on the Pirates schedule this year. They're in the same league. What did you make of the 49ers on Saturday?
Well, I was very impressed. I think that's a team that's going to be built just like Michigan, and the style that they play, it looked like Michigan. The schemes they run, they had a very aggressive defense. Their defense was outstanding. It took a while for the offense to get going really in the second quarter. It was a slow start. They got going and turned it on. But they ran the ball at a high level. They had a 4-star running back, Darrell Robinson, that really took off in the second quarter. And then their passing game, they were accurate. They threw it less than 20 attempts. Jalen Jones, their quarterback, I think is going to be a really good quarterback in that system. When they take shots, they trust him. But when you look at Charlotte, the main thing was the trenches. They wanted that aspect. That's what they want to be built on, having a great defense and running the ball. So I'm interested to see, East Carolina and Charlotte, how they progress throughout the season, because they'll be playing in October. Each team, though, is going to look completely different. For the 49ers, though, it was a good start to the season. Mistakes they made that they'll look to clean up. There are a lot of positives as well. They're playing at Maryland Saturday night, so that'll be a fun test. That's on national TV on NBC.
Okay. Sonny, by the way, will be in West by God, Virginia, for the Mountaineers of West Virginia, taking on Duquesne. So, did you play in West Virginia as a player?
Yeah, I played there twice. It was an amazing atmosphere, a tough atmosphere. They didn't like. I was going to say, amazing is not ever the word I heard to describe it. I heard raucous, amazingly tough,
amazingly tough, and perhaps dangerous, depending on where you were positioned on the sideline. You better wear your helmet, is what I was always told by guys who made that trip for the Pirates. Is just keep the helmet on the whole time. Don't take it off at any point, because you just don't know what may happen. And if you're a couch, people like to joke, no, it's a bad day or night to be a beer in this town. It's a bad time to be a couch in Morgantown. Most football Saturdays. It's a bad deal to be a couch. They'll set you on fire in a heartbeat. All right. That's at 6 on Plus. Is that right, Sonny?
Yeah.
6 on Plus?
6
okay.
o'clock. Yeah, on Plus.
So last night, number 8 Florida State topples number 5 LSU 45-24. I was impressed with Jordan Travis for the Noles, who had 4 touchdown passes. I was impressed with aspects of what I saw from Florida State. I think there's some questions in their secondary, and I'm not so sure how good, at least offensively, LSU is, Sonny.
I was shocked at LSU, just the way they got, kind of blown out there in the second half. I thought LSU, and they still has a chance to win the national championship. I mean, it's one game. They're going to have to run the table. But more than anything, I was amazed at Florida State because I didn't know they would look like this. I knew they had a lot of impact transfers coming into the program. You just never know what to expect. And Florida State's been down for so long. So even though they had a high ranking, you just didn't know if they were for real. I was wrong on Florida State. They looked like they could potentially win the national championship. They're that good. And when you look at teams that have a shot, you have to have a quarterback. And I thought Jordan Travis was really good. He has experience. And then what really separates them is that defense looks like an old Florida State defense. You're right, though, about secondary questions. Still things to get better at. That defense was fast, though, when they had athletes. And then on offense, their wide receivers were so big, he could just throw it up and they'd win one-on-one situations. So if they continue to progress, they're going to be there in the conversation for the playoff. I mean, the Clemson game coming up is going to be tough here in a couple weeks at Clemson. But, I mean, the ACC is wide open. And LSU was a great opponent, and they dominated them. So Florida State looked really good after that game, and LSU is going to have to get better and go through the SEC now.
We got Jay Sonny Sonnhalter with us here, college football analyst. Sonny will have another game on ESPN Plus for Big ESPN this coming up Saturday, as he'll be in Morgantown, West Virginia for some Big 12 ball, as West Virginia plays host to the Duquesne. What are they? The Dukes? The Duquesne Dukes? Is that what they are, Sonny, or do I have that wrong? Pilk, Google that. What is Duquesne's mascot, Pilk? We need to know.
The Dukes. Yeah, they're the Dukes.
It is the Dukes. Okay, I thought so. All right, there you go. Let me ask you this. You got the Big 12 this week. I know you're going to go headlong into not only West Virginia, but the conference this week. How do you see, Sonny, BYU out of the American, Houston, Cincinnati, and UCF doing in the Big 12?
Well, I think that league is wide open. I think there's a lot of talent. There's a lot of depth in the league. I think all the teams, though, that moved over, including BYU from the American, I think the biggest thing there is, can any of them play solid defense? Because if they can play good defense, they're going to be able to have solid years. Because that defense, or that league is, as we all know, known for their offense, their quarterback play, and putting up a lot of points. In order to kind of be different, and in order to move up in the rankings, you have to play defense. So when you look at UCF Houston and BYU Cincinnati, which one of those teams are the best defensively? Probably BYU, I would say. Cincinnati, a new coaching staff, so that's always going to be questions, with the new staff there. But I think BYU's got a chance there, and I think UCF is going to have a chance as well, just because of their offense and their quarterback coming back and how physical the defensive end.
Yeah, Texas San Antonio gave Houston some fits this weekend. The other thing I want to ask you a little bit about, as far as, well, one of the other games was, I guess, kind of a marquee game, South Carolina and North Carolina. It was North Carolina's defense, not so much Drake May, that kind of won it for them in Charlotte. So, I mean, that's a good sign for North Carolina, I guess, right?
Yeah, I mean, there hasn't been a good defense at UNC in a while. So that was a huge shock. And Drake May, he was good. He's going to be outstanding. So that he's going to have an All-American type of season. If that defense comes along with it, then they could have a special year. I was surprised that how that defense played, and it's about time, because they've got a lot of really good players. If they can put it together and complement each other with offense and defense, and then Tez Walker should be back, I think they can be dangerous. It's only one game. It's a good start, though, for UNC.
I'm surprised May didn't wear the free Tez or free Walker jersey fashion thing like McCarthy did for Harbaugh. That's what your guy May should have done. He should have put a piece of tape over a Trez jersey. It's free Walker like McCarthy did. All right. Coach Prime, that's what I was going to ask you about. Coach Prime. Pilk, you got that audio?
Yeah, it's ready to go whenever.
All right. I don't know if we'll get to all of this, but was this the pregame or postgame, Pilk? This was the pregame, wasn't it?
It sounded pregame. It sounded very pregame to me.
This is Coach Prime's pregame to the Buffaloes, who won one game last year, before they went on to TCU. Let's hear it, and then we'll let Sonny react.
Usually God give me a word long before this, but he's been holding it. Because it's not about them. This is about us. This has nothing to do with the team that's opposing us. This is about us. This ain't got nothing to do with the naysayers, the unbelievers, the haters, the doubters. This is about us. When we started this journey, we told you it was going to be trying, it was going to be tough, but you endure it because it's about us. That man next to you is a miracle. That man next to you is a believer. That man next to you is a go-getter. That man next to you is a dog. That man next to you is somebody who wants this thing. That man next to you is somebody who believes. That man next to you is somebody that got to have it today. We ain't got tomorrow. We got now. We ain't got next. We got now. We ain't coming no more. We here. Since y'all know we here, give me my theme music.
Give me my theme music. That's just great. That's just priceless. That's just so good. I mean, Prime, Poggi, these are unconventional hires, and I'm here for it.
I love it. I mean, can you imagine running out of the tunnel after that? There's no way you're going to lose. There's no way you're going to lose. I could listen to that 100 times and not be tired of it. I just think players, when they're motivated, when they're playing for their coach, they'll run through a wall for them. And that motivation, I mean, every team has talent and schematics matter. If you have that extra gear because of your belief, trust, or you're playing for somebody, you can't measure that. And I think Colorado is going to surprise everybody this year. I think, you mentioned Biff Poggi at Charlotte. I think they've got the same thing going on there. They love their coach. They're going to play for him. Coach Prime, though, it was amazing what happened Saturday, though, and how they looked. I mean, they just came out, looked like they were shot out of a cannon. Yeah.
All right. We'll come back another segment with Sonny. Then I'm going to head over to the exciting and thrilling venue tonight for Inside Pirate Athletics, and that is Tiebreakers. What a great crowd we had last time. So Pilk will wrap things up, but Sonny and I will wrap up our portion of this Patrick Johnson show on a Labor Day after Philip the Ref Pilkington, fresh in, I don't know how fresh, but in from Darlington after a big night for the Cookout. Was it the Southern Cookout 400? Is that what that thing was
Cookout
called?
Southern 500.
I was close. All right, so right now, you better have the winner of this thing, Pilk. All right, here is Philip the Ref Pilkington with a 94.3 The Game sports update and Pirate Report.
Thanks, Patrick. Philip Pilkington here with your 94.3 The Game Sports Flash Update and Pirate Report. Unfortunately, Pirate football didn't open the season with a win. However, it was still a decent weekend elsewhere in Pirate Nation. Pirate soccer beat High Point by a score of 3-1 on Sunday, and volleyball won 2 out of their 3 games in the Pirate Invitational. The Carolina Panthers have placed edge rusher Marquise Haynes on the injury list. That means he will have to miss at least 4 weeks as he continues to deal with a back injury. There is some college football being played tonight. I guess this will be the last Monday night college football game until the national championship game. Number 9 Clemson will travel to Durham to take on the Duke Blue Devils, and the Tigers are favored by 13 points. The NASCAR playoffs got underway last night, and Kyle Larson punched his ticket to the round of 12 by winning the Southern 500, his 3rd win of the 2023 season, and his first win at the track, too tough to tame. That'll do it for your 94.3 The Game Sports Flash Update and Pirate Report. On the other side of this timeout, Patrick Johnson and Jason Sonnhalter will wrap up the show.
Air service is back at Pitt Greenville Airport, offering safe, clean facilities and flights from American Airlines. That means the short commute, quicker lines, and better prices that get you where you're going fast and easy. See it for yourself. There's great things inside at Pitt Greenville Airport. Air Service is back at Pitt Greenville Airport, offering safe, clean facilities and flights from American Airlines. That means the short commute, quicker lines, and better prices that get you where you're going fast and easy. See it for yourself. There's great things inside at Pitt Greenville Airport.
The best burgers around. Everyone loves a thick, juicy, and fresh burger. Tiebreakers in Greenville, plus the all-new Tiebreakers in Winterville. Do real burgers better than anybody. So don't just go to any burger-themed restaurant chain. It's time to break the chain and eat local. Tiebreakers, real burgers at its best.
Everybody loves burgers.
Living easy is the sound of children laughing as you make memories with neighbors and friends. It's the sound of nothing at all. It's the smell of the salt air. Hear the waters against the marsh grass. See the beauty of our coast. Bow Coast, located in Beaufort, North Carolina. Southern Living's best small town.
Just because voice over IP telephones are the latest technology in the telephone world doesn't mean they're the right choice for you and your business. Whether your internet provider is unable to support a voice over IP phone system, or you don't have a need for high-tech features and simply want to stick with a traditional system, Spain Telecom is here to help. Spain Telecom offers a variety of services to keep your business connected and competitive. We're confident we can find the right phone system for you and your business, a system that addresses all your communication needs. Looking for a new phone system that won't break the bank? In addition to new systems, Spain Telecom also offers gently used systems that are in great shape and can save you money. No matter your needs, Spain Telecom has a solution for you. Whether it's voice over IP, on-premise systems, new or used, give us a call at 252-353-2006 and let Spain Telecom help you with your communications needs.
Pizza? Ooh.
Yes. All pineapple.
No.
What's wrong with pineapple on pizza?
I only eat pizza with pizza things.
That makes sense. Pineapple is a pizza thing.
Also makes sense.
Is it though?
This tastes great.
That we agree on.
Let's agree to agree. Pepsi Zero Sugar tastes great.
Can't you just pick off the pineapple?
We have you covered with all the ECU news and beyond that you need for the drive home. The Patrick Johnson Show on 94.3 The Game.
Coming up on Saturday, it is Pirate Game Day Countdown at Fort Game Day 2.0 outside the Town Bank Tower. We'll be on the air at 1 o'clock. Fastest 2 hours in radio. The award-winning Pirate Game Day Countdown in its 34th year. It is fueled by Busch Light. We'll be on the air 3 hours before kickoff against Marshall. Join me and Terrence Copper, Joe Sampson, Stephen Igo, and others as we broadcast for another year of ECU pregame excitement. Looking forward to being out amongst the tailgaters again. Patrick Johnson is here with you, as is Jay Sonnhalter. We're going to wrap up our portion of the program here, and Pilk's going to carry you through the rest. Pilk, before we go, though, I want to hear, what was the high water mark of the race down in Darlington?
If you ask the fans, it was probably when Denny Hamlin was winning or leading and his pit crew hosed him on pit road. They had a loose wheel and he had to come down. Everybody seemed to enjoy that a lot, and he was getting a lot of cheers for messing up, as well as a lot of birds being flipped to him. He was being told he was number one, as NASCAR fans refer to it.
I understand. Now, let me ask you this. What kind of crowd is it down there at Darlington?
Well, it was a sold-out crowd, if that's what you mean.
I know, but what's the makeup of the crowd?
It is kind of backwoods people from South Carolina kind of crowd. What you would expect when you hear the town term Darlington, South Carolina.
South Carolina. Okay, there we go. I didn't know if you were going to go there exactly, but you did, and I respect you for it. All right. His Sonnhalter, sounds like he's in a submarine, is with us here on the Patrick Johnson Show. All right, let me ask you this, Sonny. Let me give you a couple things. I didn't do a good job during the break there because I didn't find this tweet I was going to point out, and maybe I will find it. If not, I'll have to paraphrase it. I would like to credit who needs the credit for this. And I did not do that, so I can't credit who gets credit for it. But, well, wait a minute. I might be able to do this because this is really good. No, I did not do it. So somebody tweeted this, and this was in light of your photo going viral of you in a sleeveless shirt doing the football game on national television, that Biff Poggi is wearing what most of us would wear to cut grass. That's what Poggi dressed. That was a great tweet. I don't know who did it, but I got to give him credit. That was a great he was wearing what Sonny would work out in. That's what he was wearing.
Hey,
and
but
Sonny,
I think if everybody was truly being honest and they had to go to work or coach, whatever they had to do,
right,
they would want to be comfortable and wear exactly what he wears. So
sleeveless shirts.
I think they're probably jealous because he has the courage to do it.
Okay.
I don't. But.
Right. Well, you got the gun show going. All right. Sonny and I had this was great. Sonny and I are on the Friday Night Rivals package for Sinclair Broadcasting in the Triangle market again this year. It's over-the-air television. It's a big-time broadcast. It's a high school football game of the week, but it's like a national caliber broadcast because of the work of our talented crew and Sonny's efforts. And we got a great sideline reporter in Kendall Smith we're working with. And Sonny carries me the whole time like he always does, like he has here today.
You're the best.
So let me say this is a kind of a notable quotable for me as a best of the weekend, maybe. There's a guy named Duron Donald who coached down in Fayetteville, then he coached at Triple S the last few years. His team came from behind and beat Millbrook, which has got a heralded quarterback and has had Division I talent over the years and has a lot of good athletes, guys that will probably be playing next year on Saturdays or in the future on Saturdays. So we did the interview with him in the post game, and Coach Donald said, this is not an I situation here. Around here, when it comes to our team, we speak French, we. That's the line of the season so far. When it comes to the team, around here, we speak French, we. That was great. That was priceless.
The way he said it, he said, we.
Yes. So I'm gonna pull that soundbite when they post the post-game interview. They may have already. I'm gonna get that soundbite. We're gonna start using that some because that was just too good as a drop.
Okay.
It really was.
Yeah.
All right. Anything that we hadn't covered, Sonny, that stood out to you over the weekend, even dating back to Thursday?
I just think, week one, teams are still. I think we'll get more answers in week two once, we see Alabama, Texas. We see these teams making adjustments after their first ball game. I think when you look at the top 25 before the season, people feel like they know these teams. Nobody truly knows what's inside each team because there's so many transfer portal guys and nobody knows how they're going to react. So I think we'll have more answers after week two. I'm looking forward though tonight to watching the Duke Clemson game. I think that'll be a good game. I think Duke, it should be really good this year.
We're going to give you a little bit more time to talk about that, but it comes down to, if you're going to be good this year, can you stack? If you had a big performance last week, can you stack them multiple weeks in a row? That's what separates the contenders from the pretenders.
It's being consistent and then getting better. That's especially in college football. I mean, it is in the NFL, but college football, I mean, these are college kids that have distractions, injuries, things are going to happen. Can you try to, be even keel each week and play to the same level? And then are you going to be better in November than you are today? Those are the things. Because how many times do we see teams that have a big September, then they fall off the map? So once you get into league play, that's where you really become, good teams. And are you going to get better? So it'll be fun to watch these teams progress throughout the year.
All right. Clemson's number 9. Florida State was number 8. I'm going to see them in a couple weeks in South Carolina. So I'm just wondering, Sonny, against Duke tonight. Look, Duke's got a murderer's row schedule. And this is a pretty good football team with Mike Elko, who's actually a pretty good head coach. I didn't think it was going to work out real well under him, but he's actually a hell of a coach. So give me an idea on, I think you like Clemson, but you think Duke will, because they've got a quarterback. And that's the thing. If you have a quarterback that has experience, be it in your program or even another program, you got a shot.
Yeah, I mean, I think a big question mark for Clemson is how good is Cade Klubnik? I mean, I think everybody saw him last year and saw potential and knows how good he's supposed to be from high school. Is he going to be like a Trevor Lawrence, type or first-round draft pick, or is he just going to be pretty good? So I think Clemson wins. I truly don't know, because I know Duke has Riley Leonard, and he's awesome. So if he can carry him, and Klubnik isn't as good, or they have turnovers, I could see Duke winning this game for sure, even though the spread's 13. I think Duke's going to make this a close ball game, and I'm interested to see, how they perform on this stage, because this is a huge game for them. Clemson's kind of used to these big-time games. But after seeing Clemson last year, you just don't know what to expect, if they're going to get back to one of those top teams or if they're just going to be pretty good. So can't wait to watch, but I wouldn't be surprised if Duke keeps this really close and it's an outstanding game.
Duke will play it tough, I think, for a half, at least. We'll see. But, Clemson, it's going to be this is kind of an interesting year for Clemson in a lot of ways. So, all right, the great Jay Sonnhalter, thank you for doing this on Labor Day. And at some point, we'll do the sleeveless shirt look for you again. We'll replicate that magical moment and rank some cookies or some pastries or something.
I've got the shirt in the other room.
We'll do it another time. All right. Thank you, Sundog.
Thank you. Good job, buddy.
All right. There he goes, the great Jay Sonnhalter with us. Pilk in from Darlington Raceway. It's a great track down there, man. That is, all kidding aside, that's still one of the more entertaining and relevant tracks. And, that's the environment there. It's still NASCAR down there, isn't it?
Oh, it definitely is. I mean, the track's been there for 74 years. NASCAR's 75 years old. It was the first paved track. And like I said, it was old school NASCAR fans down there, man. It was really cool to be down there. It's the first time I'd been down there in 8 years, and really enjoyed it. It was a pretty entertaining race. I know you don't watch NASCAR much, so I'm sure you didn't watch it, but I thought it was a pretty entertaining race.
Now, I watched a little bit of it last night. I saw a little bit of it.
Did you watch the first 115 laps when there were no cautions, and then you went to bed, and that's when it got entertaining? Yeah, that's what I'm guessing.
That's probably what happened. Yeah, I actually went to bed kind of early. Yesterday was was for me at least a party day. Yesterday, so that was it was a good time. A lot of sun and fun. All right, Pilk, you got us going home. You're gonna carry us till we get ready for the show. I got to head over to Inside Pirate Athletics with Coach Houston and Stephen Igo and myself at Tiebreakers. So are you good to carry us until that point?
I am. You're the bread of this sandwich. I'm the meat. I'll do the next segment, and we'll go to break, and then it'll be you, Coach Houston, Stephen Igo. So you got about a 5-10 minute drive, Patrick. So you got to get going.
I got to get out of here right now. All right, the great Philip the Ref Pilkington will carry you home. We'll be back tomorrow morning on Talk of the Town on 103.7 and 96.3. You can catch me there. We'll be at the Big Hen. We'll have Mike Houston on with us with our Houston Huddle for Healthwise Pharmacy in the morning. And then Coach Houston in the Houston Huddle here on the Patrick Johnson Show tomorrow afternoon, plus some comments from Pirate players and a few Coach Houston comments, I'm sure. All right, we'll catch you tomorrow, everybody, on the Patrick Johnson Show.
Fifth Street Hardware is the home of the $9 lunch special Tuesday through Fridays. $9 specials every day, including the famous Burger Day on Tuesdays, Flatbread Pizza Wednesday, the famous Fifth Street Hardware Reuben on Thursday, and fried fish or shrimp on Friday. Plus trivia on Wednesday nights and live music every Thursday nights. And the Prime Rib Brunch Buffet has returned on Sundays. You heard that right. The Brunch Buffet with all the great items, including prime rib. Fifth Street Hardware in downtown Greenville.
tax credits are back. Get a 30% tax credit, up to $2,000 off your new Mitsubishi electric heat pump install. Let Comfort Master help you take advantage of the tax credits with a qualifying Mitsubishi electric ducted heat pump or non-ducted Mitsubishi electric mini splits. Mitsubishi electric mini splits are ideal for bonus rooms, garages, or sunrooms. If you need a new HVAC unit, call Comfort Master today.
Call Comfort Master. Call Comfort Master.
I'm a big mood. You can't name a lot of things that I didn't do. It's like a paper, like a book, not a Kindle. You outdated, I'm the one they getting into, and I don't break a sweat. Let's get it, 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 let's get it. Child, please, I don't need a child, please.
Are you game day ready? Anson Belt, the official belt of ECU Athletics.
Are you ready for a digital hair color revolution? The Color Master Factory by Chi and LG. A masterpiece of innovation, unlimited color formulations, limitless possibilities, long-lasting color. Chi.
This is about you, your family, and the health of all who live in Eastern North Carolina. This is about the transformation of a health system into something more powerful and more human, about creating new ways to treat disease and keep you well. This is about ECU Health, which is to say, it's really all about you. ECU Health. Minds, hearts, purpose.
R&D Brewing is proud to partner with the ECU Pirates, and now you can enjoy Pirates Brew, the official craft beer of ECU Athletics. Pirates Brew is a carefully curated light beer that embodies the spirit of ECU, a refreshing and easy drinking light beer. Pirates Brew by R&D Brewing is available now at grocery stores, local retailers, and at ECU athletic events.
Head over to your favorite store and enjoy a nice Pirates Brew today, or else you'll walk the plank. Hand me another Pirates Brew.
Fifth Street Hardware is the home of the $9 lunch special Tuesday through Fridays. $9 specials every day, including the famous Burger Day on Tuesdays, Flatbread Pizza Wednesday, the famous Fifth Street Hardware Reuben on Thursday, and fried fish or shrimp on Friday. Plus trivia on Wednesday nights and live music every Thursday nights. And the Prime Rib Brunch Buffet has returned on Sundays. You heard that right. The Brunch Buffet with all the great items, including prime rib. Fifth Street Hardware in downtown Greenville.
Storm season is approaching. North Carolina weather can damage your roof, and before long, a small leak can turn into a big problem. Your home is one of your biggest investments, so protect it with Wells Home Improvements.
We work with all insurance companies for a hassle-free roof installation experience. Call us today and get 10% off your roof installation when you mention this commercial.
252-227-8403 or visit us online at wellshomeimprovements.com. Wells Home Improvements. Local, honest, dependable.
Living easy is the sound of children laughing as you make memories with neighbors and friends. It's the sound of nothing at all. It's the smell of the salt air. Hear the waters against the marsh grass. See the beauty of our coast. Bow Coast, located in Beaufort, North Carolina. Southern Living's best small town.
Just because voice-over IP telephones are the latest technology in the telephone world doesn't mean they're the right choice for you and your business. Whether your internet provider is unable to support a voice-over IP phone system, or you don't have a need for high-tech features and simply want to stick with a traditional system, Spain Telecom is here to help. Spain Telecom offers a variety of services to keep your business connected and competitive. We're confident we can find the right phone system for you and your business, a system that addresses all your communication needs. Looking for a new phone system that won't break the bank? In addition to new systems, Spain Telecom also offers gently used systems that are in great shape and can save you money. No matter your needs, Spain Telecom has a solution for you. Whether it's voice over IP, on-premise systems, new or used, give us a call at 252-353-2006 and let Spain Telecom help you with your communications needs.